Mobile Legends was accused of plagiarizing League of Legends. Riot sued them. The game was removed from stores, and many thought it would be the end. But no, Mobile Legends came back stronger than ever. Question now is, how did it go from being the clone to becoming the undisputed king of mobile MOBAs? Today, I'll tell you the whole story. Mobile Legends quietly launched in app stores in 2016. It wasn't the first multiplayer online battle arena for mobile phones, but it was the first one to work well, to hook millions of players, and to build a solid community from scratch. While other games adapted PC formulas, Mobile Legends focused on quick matches, simple controls, and a mobile-first experience. From the start, it wasn't perfect. In fact, it was very basic, but timing was everything. It arrived at just the right moment when phones were already powerful, but no one had yet dominated the multiplayer online battle arena scene. In 2017, only a year after Mobile Legends launched, a major event shook the gaming world. Riot Games sued Montoon, the creators of Mobile Legends, for plagiarism. The claim was clear. Riot alleged that Mobile Legends had copied visual elements, names, character concepts, and even ability designs from League of Legends. But the controversy didn't end there. Mobile Legends, which at that time was gaining popularity by leaps and bounds, was briefly taken down. The reason, supposedly to avoid legal conflicts. While certain elements of the game were being reworked, and they did it quickly, they changed the name to Mobile Legends Bang Bang. They revised several designs and made changes based on Riot's feedback. But the legal battle didn't end so easily. The dispute moved to more serious instances, and Riot, backed by its giant parent company Tencent, filed a formal lawsuit in the United States, accusing Montoon of unfair competition and intellectual property infringement. But here's the unexpected twist. In 2018, Tencent won a lawsuit against Sensua. Well, I don't know if I pronounced it right. The chief executive officer of Montoon. But not in the United States, but in China, where a court determined that he had violated contractual agreements with his former company. The consequence, a fine of $2.9 million. But, watch out, the trial was not directly against Mobile Legends or the game itself, but against the business figure of the chief executive officer. Mobile Legends not only continued operating, but also gained more visibility. Because if mobile gamers know how to do something, it's to get curious when there's drama. And this scandal generated something that not even the best advertising campaign could buy: global attention. While some players were outraged, others downloaded the game just to see how similar it was to League of Legends, and in their attempt to criticize it, many ended up staying. Ironically, what appeared to be a death sentence actually gave Mobile Legends a second wave of popularity. Montoon quickly revamped its design, solidified its visual identity, and eventually distanced itself from comparisons with League of Legends. Today, when someone says Mobile Legends, people no longer think of a clone. They think of its own universe with iconic heroes, million-dollar tournaments, and a community that keeps growing. And while Riot keeps trying to push White Reef, Montoon already has its place firmly established. Not only did it survive the scandal, but it turned it into part of its story. Over the years, many games tried to take the throne from Mobile Legends, and some seem to have what it takes to do it. But one by one, they all fell. First, there was Arena of Valor, a title backed by Tencent with very good graphics and solid gameplay. But from the start, it had a major problem. It didn't connect with Western audiences, was confusing, lacked good localization, and matches were slower. Additionally, it required more hardware, and that already put it at a frequent disadvantage compared to Mobile Legends, which ran well even on low-end phones, literally even on a J2 Prime. Then Heroes Evolved appeared, promising a competitive experience in the style of Dota 2. It had large maps, complex mechanics, and a more demanding learning curve. The problem? Much less accessible for the average player, and on mobile, simplicity is golden. If you add unstable servers and little new content to that, it was only a matter of time before it was forgotten. Later, Champions Legion arrived, a multiplayer online battle arena that surprised many as the first to offer Spanish voiceovers. That was an important advantage at the time. The game looked smooth, had a good pace, and attractive characters, but it wasn't enough. Its update cycle was slow, there were no relevant events, and the player base never really took off. Latinos tried it and then went back to Mobile Legends. Then came the most ambitious of all, League of Legends Wild Rift. With the weight of Riot Games and one of the most famous MOBAs on PC, many thought that Mobile Legends had met its end. But the reality was different. Wild Rift had everything to win except for the most important things: time and community. It simply arrived too late. Mobile Legends already had millions of players, hundreds of content creators, local and international tournaments, and its own identity. Wild Rift positioned itself as a serious multiplayer online battle arena for mobile with longer matches, complex controls, and a strong competitive focus. This intimidated casual players who preferred quicker, more relaxed experiences. And we can't forget about Honor of Kings, also from Tencent, another visually stunning game, which is actually the most played multiplayer online battle arena in the world. But in China, outside of Asia, its impact has been very limited. Despite localization and marketing efforts, it failed to establish a strong presence in key markets like Latin America, Europe, or North America. So if we think about it, Mobile Legends isn't just the one that remained, it's the one that endured, understood its audience, and learned from the mistakes of others. Because it's not always the one with the biggest budget who wins. Sometimes it's the one who listens, evolves, and knows how to stay. So what did Mobile Legends do right to stay where everyone else failed? First, understanding its audience. Mobile Legends never tried to be a copy of its older brother on PC. From the beginning, it was a multiplayer online battle arena designed for mobile, with everything that implies. Easy controls, brief matches, low graphics, and support for low-end devices. While other games required powerful phones, stable connections, or long play times, it ran well even on modest phones, even with mobile data, and that changed everything. They didn't just target hardcore gamers, but everyone. Casual players, teenagers, people who only have 15 minutes free a day. Anyone could join, play a match, and feel like they were part of something bigger. Second, constant updates. Mobile Legends doesn't rest. It releases new heroes, skins, themed events, special game modes, and it does this every few weeks, not every few months. This keeps the game alive, fresh, and moving. There's always something to do, something to try, something to get. Plus, they've known how to listen to the community. When something is broken, they fix it. When a hero is forgotten, they revamp them. And when players ask for collaborations, they make them happen. We've seen crossovers with Star Wars, Transformers, Kung Fu Panda, Saint Seiya, Jujutsu Kaisen, and most recently, Naruto. This kind of content not only attracts new fans, it also brings back old players to try it out. Third, the community. Mobile Legends is more than a game, it's also a content platform. Tournaments range from amateur to professional. Content creators in every language and an ecosystem of guides, streams, and memes that keeps the interest alive. The game has created its own culture. It's not just competitive, it's also social. Play solo or as a team. Chat or use voice. And you'll always find others at your level to have fun or improve. And finally, localization. Mobile Legends has invested in speaking the language of each region, not only with texts or voices in Spanish, but also with regional events, local championships, player support in their language, and a lot of cultural elements that make players feel like the game is theirs. Where others only translate, Mobile Legends connects. Because of all that, Mobile Legends not only survived in the market, it conquered it. There is a silent but powerful factor that many underestimate: time. Mobile Legends has been available for nearly a decade. That means years of memories, epic matches, frustrations, joys, and friendships built in the game. And that can't be erased with better graphics or spectacular trailers. Mobile Legends was the first multiplayer online battle arena for many players, the gateway to the competitive world from their phones. The first time they won a ranked match, when they used their main, the excitement of getting their first legendary skin. All of that creates an emotional connection that's impossible to replicate, no matter how good a new game is. After investing time, effort, and energy in a place, returning always feels more natural than starting over. Mobile Legends isn't perfect, but if it's been raining on cell phones for almost 10 years, there's a reason for that. It didn't win by chance. It won because it was the first to do it right. and the one that keeps getting better every day. And maybe that's where the answer lies. The king isn't the one who arrives with the most strength, but the one who stands the longest. If you enjoyed the video, share it with your duo or friends you play Mobile Legends with. See you next time.